Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. David Abram here as always, and today's video is going to be a little bit of a concern with the word cult, because a lot of the times you'll hear newcomers and people who are just uninformed about MGTOW call it a cult, just from the way it sounds and from what they've heard a lot of other fanatics say it is. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about the meaning of cult, and how cult is so inefficiently used and misused. Now, I did a little research, dictionaries, a little bit of browsing on the web, and the ties I found with the word cult is the tie to religion. When people talk about religion, that's usually when the word cult arises. The history of cults is strongly tied with religion. MGTOW is neither one of those. MGTOW is not a religion. And since cult seems to have a strong tie to religion, I think that would exclude MGTOW from being one of the latter. But despite that, people still like to refer to MGTOW, or some people like to call MGTOW a cult, or think MGTOW is some sort of cult. And here's my definition of cult from what I've researched. Number 1, a way of worshipping or system of religious rites. Number 2, a group of people often living in a colony with a very strong leader and very strong extreme religious beliefs. And number 3, a fashion or belief that a number of people are enthusiastic about. So, MGTOW isn't a worshipping system of religious rites. MGTOW is not a religion. And I believe a lot of other YouTubers touch bases on this. Sandman, I think, touches some bases on this. Ask Louis Marco definitely touched a basis on this because he did a video about MGTOW and religion. But a lot of MGTOWs touch bases on this and make it pretty clear that MGTOW is in no way a religion itself. But that being said, that doesn't mean that a MGTOW can't be a religious person. For example, one can be a MGTOW and be a Christian. One could be a MGTOW and be a Muslim. One can be a MGTOW and be a Hindu. One can be a MGTOW and be a Buddhist. So, MGTOW isn't a religion, because if it were a religion, I'm pretty sure some MGTOWs would not identify with other religions. So it isn't a religion. And from this definition of cult, cults seem to have one or a selective number of leaders which guide the rest. And MGTOW is decentralized. There's no leader to MGTOW. I mean, sure, you've got people with better videos and more articulate videos, and are better speakers like Sandman and Stardust and Sane Madman 101 and a few others, but they're not leaders. Because MGTOW stands for men going their own way. So, when you're going your own way, you don't really have a leader but yourself. Every single MGTOW is the leader of themselves. So, when people use the word cult to describe MGTOW, they're proving one of 3 things or all 3 things. Number 1, they're proving they don't understand what MGTOW is. Number 2, they don't understand what a cult is. Or number 3, they don't understand what either one of them are. They don't understand what MGTOW is. They don't even understand what a cult is. And the proof of that is the fact that they call MGTOW a cult, because if they knew what a cult was, MGTOW wouldn't even be one of the latter. So, for all the people who do call MGTOW a cult or associate MGTOW as to being some sort of cult, you can kind of mute them out right away. Any person who believes that MGTOW is a cult, or says that MGTOW is a cult, does not know what the hell they are talking about. They know nothing about cults, and they know nothing about MGTOW. And as I've said in my video, the truth is all in the pudding. So, cult, I just wanted to point out, is a strong tie to religious circles, and it's a strong tie to leaderships. MGTOW is leaderless. There's no leaders to MGTOW. As I said in another video, MGTOW wasn't decentralized on accident. It was decentralized on purpose to not arouse confusion. But we seem to be there seems to be confusion regardless. But I just wanted to point out, MGTOW is not a cult by any means. And people who call MGTOW a cult are either uninformed, arrogant, or just flat out don't understand what either one of the two are. Because cults, generally speaking, are centralized. Cults, generally speaking, have identified leaders to them, and everybody follows that leader. So if the leader sets a standard, they all follow the standard. MGTOW is more or less individualism and voluntarism. You set your own standards, and you abide by them. Sure, all MGTOWs do share at least 2 or 3 common beliefs, such as we don't believe in marriage, we think marriage is a scandal, we're all single, and, we all understand what gynocentrism is and reject it. That's the closest we would come. But we still wouldn't be a cult because we don't have leaders. Cults always have leaders, from the definition that I looked up anyway. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think I pretty much hit the nail on the head? Did I miss anything? And if I did, please do feel free to let me know in the comments section below. What are your thoughts on this? Please subscribe, like, and until the next time, cheers.